commercial break.
You might wish to stay on and listen.
Goeiedag en welkom bij TV Malaise, rechtstreeks vanuit Athene. We zijn hier om verslag te brengen van de 5e editie van het festival rond solidariteit en coöperatieve economie. Dat festival gaat morgen van start. Maar we gaan ook op bezoek bij een aantal andere initiatieven. We willen bijvoorbeeld meer weten over de situatie en de opvang van vluchtelingen in Athene en Griekenland. We gaan een kijkje nemen in de haven van Piraeus en in het gekraakte Plaza Hotel, waar 400 vluchtelingen onderdak hebben gevonden. We willen ook graag meer weten over de bekende hackerspace van Athene, die wereldfaam geniet. En we hebben een aantal afspraken met zonder twijfel interessante mensen die ons meer kunnen vertellen over de sociale en de economische situatie in Griekenland. Goed een jaar na het referendum, waar meer dan 62% van de Grieken zich met ochi uitspreekt tegen een verderzetting van het door de EU opgelegde besparingsbeleid, dat vandaag nog altijd door Syriza wordt uitgevoerd. Maar we gaan eerst rechtstreeks naar het park waar ooit Plato's Academie stond. We gaan eens luisteren bij onze correspondent. Peter, jij staat in het park? Inderdaad. Ja, we zitten in Plato's Academy Park. Ook historische plek waar Plato wel degelijk zijn lessen heeft gegeven. En we zitten hier met Christine Papadopoulos, een van de mede-organisatoren van het festival, dat dit jaar voor de 5e keer doorgaat. Hello, Christina. It's the 5th issue of the festival. How did it start?
It started after the Syntagma Square protests. The protest happened in 2011, in May of 2011, and there a lot of different initiatives were born. So when the police kicked us out, we said that we would continue what we were doing in the square. We created networks, alternative economy networks, cooperatives and stuff, and we had a meeting and we said, what about if we do all together a festival? We called it Festival for Solidarity and Cooperative Economy because it is based on the idea that we want to create a different world of solidarity, cooperativism, a world that is based in self-management, in horizontal relationships, and that gives this inspiration that this world is not just a vision, but is a reality. It's happening. Yeah. It exists.
So the festival is about alternatives, people organizing themselves.
It's about grassroots initiatives that are related to alternative economy and cooperatives. And yeah, it's what you said. It's about inspiring the society and give them alternatives. Like they don't need euro, they don't need to be stressed about their lives. That there are alternatives that can, through them, they can satisfy their basic needs and have also this freedom of not be linked with capitalism or not be linked with this stressful situation of not having jobs, of not having money. So we want to inspire them and tell them that they're not alone in this process, that we exist and they can join us and they can fulfill their needs through the networks that we have.
Can you give some examples of workshops or people who are coming? There will be discussions, presentations also. We have the poster here.
This is the poster. There will be a lot of thematics. They're gonna be thematic about food, about health, about housing, about education, a thematic about work, economy, alternative currencies, also a thematic about energy, how we can use the sun and the wind and also have this ecological approach of life. And also there are going to be technological workshops and discussions related to open sources, networks, and how we can use the internet for how we can use it in a safe and free way. So it's all the different needs of a person can be covered. Like we want to show them through these discussions and practical workshops that we want to show to the visitors that they can fulfill and satisfy these needs.
There's also space for refugees in the festival.
Yeah, because we consider refugees as equals, and because there are a lot of refugees right now in Athens and all over Greece, we want to make them feel like we are together with them and we can do things with them. We can through the cooperatives and through through all this solidarity economy, they can also satisfy their needs. Like there is this issue of sustainability for us locals, but also for refugees. So we want to be with them, together with them, and explain to them that solidarity and cooperative economy can help them, can really solve their problems of sustainability.
Uh-huh. Does it mean that you as organizer or the groups working for the festival have no illusions in politics?
Oh, well, I would think that it's not about illusions, it's about the reality that we face. So we face a cruel reality. We see that the political situation in Greece and all over Europe is not democratic at all. So what we want to do is that we want to create this network of different initiatives that cover different needs and inspire people and empower people to take their lives in their hands. Because there is no political party, there is no government that can really help us or solve our problems. We don't want, leaders. We want to be the leaders. Each of us is a leader. So it's about self-empowerment and self-management, and that there are no heroes, there are no political parties that can save us. We are going to save our lives and selves. So this is the message that we want to share with the rest of the society and the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. About, for instance, housing, what does it mean practically? What will be done tomorrow or during the weekend?
In relation, we have the urban situation, like in the cities, where we invited a lot of squats, because squatting is a solution. Here in Athens, for example, there are a lot of empty buildings, not used by anybody, and these buildings can be squatted and used and be places where people can live or work, or creating spaces for workshops or any kind of cultural activity. So one of the things is that we are going to promote squatting as a solution to housing issues. Mm-hmm. The other thing is about eco-communities outside the cities. There is land, there are a lot of different places where we can create communities of people. We can cultivate our food there, we can live outside the city. So it's going to be about eco-communities outside the city and inside the city, squatting of empty buildings and how we can use them.
Mm-hmm. You talked about food as well and growing our own food. What will be on the program about food this weekend?
First of all, we will have this connection with producers. So they're going to teach us how we can. They're going to inspire us, teach us how we can do that, how we can take care of our food, how we can grow our food inside the city, in our balconies or in terraces, but also outside the city, how we can be part of this network between producers and consumers. We want to do this. The creation of this network exists. This network, but we want to make it stronger. And food, this is about cultivating food, also but consuming good quality of food. Mm-hmm. Like all the festival promotes vegetarianism as a way. We don't eat meat, but of course we don't say that you cannot eat meat. But of course we want to give this inspiration to people to take care of their diet, nutrition, and selection of food. And also to take all these priorities in life, what you need, what you don't need, what is good for you, for your health, and what it isn't. Food is very related to health in the program as well, because it's combined. We combine these two thematics very often, health and food, and also the link between producers and consumers. how we can connect them.
Yeah. There's a lot of attention in the festival as well for well-being,
Health, yeah.
health.
It's it is a holistic approach of health. We're going to have a lot of social clinics coming here, tell us about what's going on related to the social clinics that exist in Greece and help a lot of people. They help a lot. Going to have this part and also going to have the alternative approach, how we can use the herbs to cure ourselves, how we can use how we can feel better inside and outside through some workshops of yoga, tai chi, or alternative kind of health approaches. And we have a very, very rich program full of this kind of practical workshops, but also discussions about what is health and how we can take care of ourselves before we get sick. You know, to help to care about our body before, so that we won't get sick in the future.
What was the success of the festival the former years? It seems very important to create these networks and to connect people.
Well, for me, the value of the festival is there are three different reasons why I think it's very important, the festival. First of all, because it's a meeting, it's a place where all the different initiatives from all over Greece are meeting every year. And they exchange knowledge, they exchange information, they help each other because some of them faces difficulties, so they need support. So all this sharing between the different initiatives and support of each other and networking of each other is one of the very important stuff that is happening here. The second is the inspiration to the society, that new visitors come, more people are coming every year, get inspired, and they are so happy. You can see that in their faces because they see something different here, something that is not related with money and stress. You know, so they feel nice when they come. This is the second thing. And the third thing is that this festival gives the space to people to express themselves, and also it gives the space to new initiatives to be born. Like, for example, this year a new initiative is gonna start here, which is about, the name of the initiative is Cannabio. So what they're gonna talk and try to create a cooperative of cannabis that can be used for medical purposes, but also for purposes of creating clothes or materials that can be used for other issues. So this is something that is going to be discussed here for the first time, and the festival plays this role. It's a place where new things are created every year.
It seems like a very practical festival where the idea is to actually create and start initiatives. It's not very theoretical.
There is also the discussion, the theoretical approach of stuff, but we don't stay there because theory is very important. Theory, you have to have the theory, the background, the theoretical background before you go into practice, and we value that. But of course, practice also is when you see something practical, you get inspired, easier, and it's for people. Practice is more, you see it, you see it and you feel it and you see the importance of it. So theory and practice are combined here, in the sense that we have both, and both are very important.
And who is organizing the festival? Who's behind it?
First of all, the assembly of the festival is open, so anybody can join as long as he or she respects the values and the philosophy of it. So all the people that participating this year in the assembly are people that have a background of participating in grassroots initiatives or social movements in Greece. So they came here. They come to the assembly as individuals, but they have a background of activism or of being members of an initiative.
Mm-hmm. There's no political link or link to political parties.
No, not at all political. We of course it's a political festival. It's not more only a social, but it is a political festival. But no political parties are involved. It's one of the pillars of our philosophy in this festival, that there are no political parties, that we don't get any funds from the government or the state, or the only money that we have are because we sell some stuff in the festival, like beers, or we use crowdfunding. But there is no funding, no money from any other sources, and also there is no involvement of any political party.
On a political level, I was here last year, the day after the referendum, and people I met at Syntagma, they seemed a bit in shock, because in the referendum they voted Ochi, and the government had already decided to sign the agreement with Brussels, the memorandum, and people seemed a bit lost. They didn't know if they were supposed to support the government or attack it. Does this festival help in so people can find answers that politically were maybe lost after the referendum?
The festival, in this sense, can help people because it is based in direct democracy, horizontality, and participation of everybody. So here we are all equals, and we share everything. We share. We have skills. We use our skills. We cooperate. So in this sense, I think that we have a political background of self-management, horizontality, and solidarity. So in that sense, yes, they can find this answer here. They can see how they can be autonomous, or they can try to be self-managed. Use the self-management as a way to solve their needs and also help others to solve their needs. So this is a political background of the festival. It is a festival that's open to everybody. It's not only about anarchists or left people, or anybody that want to join can join, as long as he or she respects these specific philosophy issues that we think that are important. So yeah, politically you can feel that, you can see that we talk about direct democracy, and we use it, we do it, we implement it, not only theoretically but practically.
Yeah. One of the subjects is the movie Bakur about Rojava and the Kurdish question. It seems very similar when you talk about self-management, autonomy, and basically leaving society or recreating your own society. There's a lot of similarities with what is happening in Rojava.
Of course there are similarities, and for us Rojava is inspiration. It is a place where what we talk about is implemented there, and you see that it goes really well, it works. So to see that this system that you dream or you wish you have, that really works in practice, it's not only a vision. For us it's an inspiration, and that's why we wanted the issue of Rojava to be included in the program of the festival, and thanks to you guys from Belgium. You helped us a lot for this. We will have a discussion. A representative from the Kurdish community here in Greece, she's going to come and talk about women in the revolution in Rojava, and how women are empowered there, the role of women, their participation, also as warriors, but also as members of the community, how important they are for the community. And this will be inspirational also to women here, to get more empowered and strong, because very often you see that only men take part in discussions or in theoretical, you don't see a lot of women. So to see that women there are so important and so valuable for us an inspiration, and that's why I think that this discussion will be very, very important. And also the Bakur documentary that is going to present the reality of this community there. It's going to be very interesting for a lot of people. We want this system to see how this system in Rojava can be implemented in communities here in Greece. how we can take some examples from there and try to implement them in the way that we take decisions, in the way that we work. We're looking forward to see what all these wonderful speakers and this film is gonna say to us.
You said that quite often women are not implemented in the struggle in Greece or in meetings or in. Yeah, it's a problem all over the world. While women in Greece are the first victim of the economic crisis.
Yes, there are, in the sense that the role of a woman is a double role, mainly in when you have children and you have to be, to take care of the children. At the same time, you have to work. So this situation with the crisis, the lack of money, the lack of all the stressful situation. Yes, women I think are suffering more because they have to take care of all the different things, and at the same time, when we talk about politics or about initiatives that are here, we see that more men exist than women. Maybe it's not the same all over the world, because here in Greece I see that women participate enough, but still men are more, or they are more sexist in the way that they discuss or talk. Sometimes you want to talk and you don't have the time to talk because there are always a man interrupting you or wants to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. But we try here. We try to have this equal approach and participation of women and men. But still, I think that all over the Western world, this is an issue. Like I can see, for example, panels when I go to conferences or seminars talking about direct democracy and all these wonderful issues, and you see the panel and the majority are men. And I don't know if women are just don't wanna do it or if they are not allowed to do it, but I think that women need to get more empowered. Like I see that very often. I see even in the protests very often I see only men in front. Like, where are the women, This is the question. And we try to do that. We, here in this assembly of the festival, you see a lot of women that are very active. And we try to do that naturally because, this is a natural process. It's not something that you have to do. You have to be inspired and at the same time believe in yourself, like you can do it, You're much better than a man sometimes.
You say it's not an obligation. It comes naturally.
It comes in naturally from inside you.
But in Rojava, for instance, or within the Kurdish movement, it was a decision that was taken not so long ago.
That's amazing. I don't know how this decision was made. Was this decision made by men?
Yes, by Öcalan.
Yeah, well, maybe he did it in this way, like you have to go and fight, or you have to do that. This for me, okay. I would have preferred it if women naturally had this tension, but after this, order of Öcalan, whatever, you saw that women like that. So if women like that, it means that they have it inside them. They just needed this force to make it happen, to like this flourish of things. I don't know if we need an Öcalan here, but definitely I see that more and more women are participating, and sometimes they are in front. So this is good. This means that we go forward to kill and destroy all this sexism that existed before.
We're looking forward to the festival. There's still a lot of work to be done because we're in the park, but there's nothing here yet.
Nothing is here yet because we can't leave all the stuff outside in the park. So we're gonna start working really hard tomorrow morning and until 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock it's gonna be the opening of the festival. So until 5, hopefully, everything will be in place. But anyway, Friday is gonna be a quiet day. You're gonna see that tomorrow that it's quiet because people work on Friday, so they don't really have time to go out and relax. Saturday and Sunday, though, it's going to be very busy. So tomorrow is going to be the first day of preparation and more relaxing day. And Saturday it's going to be really busy.
And it's a free festival.
It's an open festival for everybody without free entrance for everybody. and hopefully you will have a good time as well. We will say, and then we go back. You say more about it. Yeah.
Oké. Thank you. Voilà, terug naar de studio. We zijn hier morgen bij de opening van het festival om 5:00. We zullen dan ook opnieuw live streamen en dan krijgt u een eerste overzicht van het festival zelf. Terug naar de studio. We gaan straks hier nog wat mensen zoeken die we kunnen interviewen, maar dan geven we wel een seintje. Tot dan. Bedankt. Dat was het voor onze eerste uitzending, te volgen via www.malaise.live. We zijn er morgen terug om 5:00 bij de start van het festival en om 23:00 voor een eerste overzicht. Tot dan en bedankt voor het kijken.